beautiful script. I'd like to talk about the script first. Very hard, painful, emotional truth, but great comedy. When you were writing it, how did you balance the two when you were trying to structure the screenplay? Did you focus on the writing, the comedy first, or do you want to get the foundation for the drama?
Great question. They go together. They're woven together for me in life and in art. And what I really like to do is hit you with the 1-2 punch where you never know which one you're going to feel. So you're on that roller coaster ride and you feel emotional, and then boom, I'm going to hit you with a joke when you least expect it.
But having the dramatic foundation allows the comedy to happen more organically.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, to me, they're woven together in life. Like, sometimes in my darkest moments are the times that I've had the darkest comedy.
Especially with family, when it's a family story. Now, obviously, June and Layla are important characters. What did you see in casting to make sure you can get the chemistry right between, they're the most important, the mother-daughter?
Oh, we got very lucky with casting. They were just perfect. Ayden Mayeri is an actress who plays June. She's fluent in both drama and comedy, and quite a star. And then Amira Kazar, who plays the mother, she was in Call Me by Your Name. She's an unbelievable dramatic actress. But sometimes the best comedy comes from being so authentically yourself. You know, she didn't have to play funny; she just was.
Now, sometimes directors force their crew into horrible locations. You took it to Portugal. That must have been. Did you feel guilty having your one crew get to spend time in such a great location?
We had a wonderful time. We loved being on the island. Actually, the majority of the crew came from mainland Portugal to the island of Azores, and we had a lot of adventures.
So, what was your gut emotional reaction when you first read the screenplay to your character?
I was obsessed. I was like, this feels so honest. It felt like she wrote, I was like, has she seen me in my most private moments? Because it felt really, really relatable to the way I dealt with grief, which was, it's not all sad or all crazy. It's kind of funny and sad and weird and lots happening at once. And so when I first read the script, I was like, I have to talk to whoever wrote this. And I wrote her a letter and tracked her down.
Did the dramatic elements give you the foundation to kind of have fun with the comedy? Like, if you had the foundational character, then you can kind of let the comedy come through her.
Yeah. Where the moments that were funny were more human and funny rather than written. I'm used to like a lot of comedy where there's hard jokes written, but this was more just, this is life. Life is weird and embarrassing and funny, and that is my favorite kind of comedy.
So my first question is, what was your initial gut emotional reaction when you were in the script to your character?
Well, I remember the first conversation I had with Lilian when I read the scripts, and we are getting each other, and like for the first like 5 minutes we are talking about the character and the emotion and everything, and then we began talking about emotions and dreamers, and I really believe that in this character the dreams are the main thing that we need to catch that, because he's a Portuguese guy who lives alone in the island and have a lot to share, but no one want to listen, you know, like in a deep connection. So fighting that is the main thing. I remember we catch that like, okay, this is a guy, he's a tour guy, and every day is a new goodbye for him, because he meets new people every day, but by night he has to say goodbye, no matter what. And that is really beautiful, and it's like a poetry.
How was it doing a screenplay that was so real, honest, and dramatic, but also showed the other aspect, like joyful and comedic? How was it getting to play in this film that has both?
Well, I think it's that's live. I think because in the live we can find a lot of things. This is like a sexy dramedy, and we have a lot of scenes when we are talking about deep emotions and everything. And the second before we are like laughing, and that's about life. I really believe that we are all different. Your mats are different, I'm different. So for me the grief is one thing, the love is one thing, for you probably it's different. And we just need to be at the present, and that is very difficult nowadays. We are always like thinking about the past or the future and not living the present, so that is the thing.